Hello, today I'd like to talk about the topic of employee engagement. Employee engagement can be defined as how much an employee is dedicated to their company and wants to achieve its goals. This also bleeds into how much the employee enjoys being at work and engages with their coworkers as they do their physical work for the company. We might ask, is employee engagement a problem in the United States of America? A recent study has been shown that the United States is in an 11-year deficit of employee engagement. This study was conducted in July of 2024, and it said that the country has almost gone back to its pre-COVID engagement levels. During 2020, the time of the pandemic, the engagement level was at 36%, which is the highest it had been in over a decade. At 2023, the level was 30% and it is now 32%. Although that has only gone up a little bit, we would like to see this number then continue to go up to show that we have more engaged employees in America. What is something that we can do to combat this problem of employee engagement? Tamara McCleary has a 3-step process for building relationships, as that is something that makes a huge difference. The first step in this process is to invest time. Investing time into conversations with the employees can show them that you, their manager, care about their personal lives and how it may contribute to their relationships with their coworkers and their work projects. How can you show that you are investing time? You can learn their names. If they're interested in talking about their families, you can do so. You can ask how long they've worked at the company if you don't know. And you can also ask what their position entails if you haven't worked that position before. Show that you care about the physical work that they do. As they invest in the company, you invest your time into them. The second step in this process is to gather data. As a manager, this can be done by collecting your employees' opinions about their workplace. It would be best to do this anonymously. It can be done by paper or online surveys. You want to ask broad questions to capture the employees' true opinions without narrowing it down too much. A third step for this process would be to evaluate your new engagement of your employees. Find out if your method of communication worked. Do your employees now feel cared for, or maybe now feel like they are making a difference in their workplace if they hadn't previously? Adjustments can be made for this employee engagement level to continue to rise as well. Find out what worked for your demographic for your specific vocation. You can then research other ways to build relationships if adjustments need to be made. That research would then be investing time and the cycle would start over again. Another perspective for employee engagement is a biblical perspective. 1 Thessalonians 5:12-13 says, "And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you, and are over you in the Lord, and admonish you, and to esteem them very highly in love for their works' sake, and be at peace among yourselves." Verse 12 directly says to know those who are striving with you that are right next to you. We were not meant to live this life feeling alone in our work and trying to meet our goals on our own. God made us to have community together, and He made us to be stronger together and achieve more when we work together as well. This verse also specifically says that it is those who are in command over us. This can be looked at from the direction of employees or from managers who have those in command under them. God made us to build relationships with each other as we work to serve Him with a purpose. Questions finally to consider. Have you ever worked for a company where you felt more personally engaged as an employee? What made you feel that way, and can you apply that current knowledge to your employees now that you're in a managerial position? Number 2, have you put yourself mentally in your employee's position, in their shoes, so to say? If you worked their job right now, would you have the drive to come into work every day, and would you feel like you were making a difference? Question 3, something to think about. What could you do differently at your workplace to create better relationships with your coworkers to serve Jesus better? If we're all working to build these relationships in our own areas, then we can be individually achieving our own goals while achieving the common goal of honoring Christ.